Hey guys, Gaston with Rough Country. Today we're going to be installing our low-profile, hard trifold tonneau cover. Let's go over what's included in the kit. First, we've got our bulkhead seal that will go at the front of the bed by the cab to make sure that we're weather and rubber seals all the way around. Next up, we've got our rails. Those are going to mount to the bed sides to secure the cover in place. After that, we've got our drains. These are going to attach to the rails to channel water up and out of the way. We've got our primary panel mounting hardware, the clamps to secure our rails to the bed sides. We've got our strikers to secure our latches of our cover. We even provide all the tools needed to install. Now, we offer these for most truck models, and installation is going to be very similar for each. Today we're installing it on this base model Ram. Let's get going, starting with the bulkhead seal. All right, we'll set the seal up here. We send more than you need, so going to figure out just how much we need here and give it a cut. Now we'll peel off the protective backing and apply the seal to the truck. Before we put our drains on our ends, we're going to go ahead and slide our striker into place. It's made to fit snug there in these two channels. We'll slide it and leave it loose because we need to position it once we install the cover. With our striker on, we'll go ahead and install our primary panel bolt down bracket. It's going to slide on similar to the striker. Slides into place. We're going to leave it loose so we can position it on the truck. Now we're ready to install our drains. Okay, we're going to take our rail, set it into place on the bedside, line it up, leaving just a little bit of space between the end and the rail itself. Next, we're going to take our clamp and it's going to go under the bedside. And we've got a groove that is going to fit into a channel on the rail itself. So you can see it getting into the groove. Now we'll tighten that down and it's going to hold it snug to the bedside. We'll repeat that process on the other end and for the other rail, and we'll be ready to install the cover. Take our drain tubes, and on this model there are a couple of access holes that we can snake them into to make sure that the water is channeled outside of the bed. If your particular truck doesn't have those, you may need to drill a small hole. We've got our rails mounted, we've got our drains ran, we've got our bolt down bracket loose so we can move it into the correct position, as well as our strikers. Those are loose as well, so we can put those where they need to be to hit that catch on the cover. Speaking of the cover, let's grab it and put it in place. Go ahead and fold it out so we can determine where the strikers need to be and make sure it's nice and square with the bed. I am happy with the position. It's nice and square on the bed. Now we'll go ahead and get under there and set our bolt down brackets into place so we can drop our bolts in and finalize the position of the first panel. Then we'll come forward, set our strikers on our intermediate panel, and set our strikers on our last panel. Once we do that, installation is complete. With our bracket lined up, we're going to go ahead and drop our bolt in. Then we'll secure it with the knob. And finally, we'll put a pin in place for safekeeping. Next, we'll move the strikers into place, make sure they're exactly where they need to be, and tighten those down with an Allen wrench. We'll repeat that process at the rear, and that's going to make sure this cover stays exactly where we want it. And that concludes the install of our low-profile, hard trifold bed cover. For this and all of your truck accessories, check us out today at roughcountry.com.